Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Catherine and this is So Much Sewing. This channel, it's all about sewing. It's all about sewing for me and my little obsession. So if you're as obsessed with sewing as I am, I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll like my content. I hope you'll subscribe and like and do all that stuff. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back to see me again today. I really love your company. I really love the comments and conversations that we have, both here in the comment section below and also over on Instagram. So please do keep those coming. Today I'm talking to you about Fibre Mood Gabby Dress. This actually is the second time I have filmed this video. The first time, I'm having trouble with my microphone at the moment. It's really powerful, which is, you know, a good thing you would think, but it's not directional at all. So it picks up sound from all over the place. And I've got the air conditioning on in various rooms around the house today, and the microphone was picking up the hum from the, I don't know what you call it, the box outside, which is just outside my kitchen dining room window here. So it was picking up that noise, so it was terrible. So refilming, but that's okay. Today this video is all about the Fibre Mood Gabby dress, and I have made this dress before. So this is Gabby 2.0. My first version, when I made it, I wasn't happy with it. That's nothing to do with the pattern whatsoever. It was to do with me and the fabric, and I had trouble with the neckline. I didn't stay stitch the neckline. The instructions don't ask you to stay stitch the neckline, but you know, everybody knows you stay stitch the neckline, so I should have done that, but I didn't, and I stretched it out and it was a disaster. I tried all sorts of ways to fix it, and in the end what I did is I put some ribbing around the neckline. I wasn't happy with it at the time. It is not 100% perfect. It is a little bit puckery, but I pulled it out of my must fix this / repurpose this box to put it on, just to make sure that I had the size correct for, you know, this next version that I made, which is this one I'm wearing now. And I put it on and I thought, look, there actually is not too much wrong with this at all. The neckline is a little bit bubbly in places, but really it's not as bad as I thought. I think the main thing that I'm not so happy about with this version is the it's sort of a tie-dyed effect. It's French silk. It was very expensive fabric, but the color on it, that sort of bronzy goldy color, I don't know, I'm not amazingly happy with it. But I'll put pictures in and show you. I'll show you what I thought at the time was a disastrous mess around the neckline. It's not so bad. It's not perfect, but it's not so bad. But cut a long story short, and to cut out all this waffle, I probably won't wear that version, but I love this version. I love it. So this is the version I made after I made my toile initially. This is the silk fabric. You'll see I'm just not happy with all this color here. I'm not happy with the placement of that big flower burst there. This is the rib that I put in. So I think I actually did, you know, fix the neckline. Definitely did raise the pockets, because these are a bit low. So I raised them on my black version. So yeah, not the disaster that I originally thought it was, but still, I mean, I love the black version so much more than this. There's just something about the neck, like, as I say, the neckline's not too bad. There's a little bit of bubbly there, but I don't know. I think it's this color that's putting me off. I actually finished this in 2023, but I hadn't shown it to you before. So I couldn't put it in my favorites video of 2023, which I'll link that video up here or here, wherever it goes in the iCards. So you can go back and have a look at that video of all my favorite makes from 2023, except this one. But yes, I love this. I made this in a cotton shirting from the fabric store. You can see it's got some self striping on it. It's just so, I love the body and the texture that this has. Although it's still light and floaty, it's not going to be too hot for summertime. It's just, oh, I love it. I can't tell you how much I love it. I love the pockets. The pockets are just in the right place, which I think was direct on the pattern actually. I don't know if I fiddled around with the placement on those or if that's, maybe I did because I'm short. Anyway, let's not talk about the pockets. We'll skip over the pockets, okay? The bust darts, I know originally I lowered the bust darts. It was one of the first times I had ever done that, and I did need to lower the bust darts, but I think I lowered them too much. So I wasn't looking at that when I put my first version on. But I'm not mad about them. I'm not mad about where they are. I think this is very, in fact, I'll stand back a little bit. Oh, I've just realised I'm probably going to have to shout a little bit louder because I haven't got my microphone plugged in. But I've just realised I've been sitting on the chair that the cats sit all over, so I've probably now got fluff all over me. So please excuse that when I turn around if I've got fluff on my bum. So yeah, so I love how it just has got really nice shaping, nice and slim fitting through here, and it comes out here. There is one thing I'm not 100% happy with. You can't see me now. Probably not a bad thing. Let's try this. Strange angle now. It's all sort of Batman from the 1980s or the 1990s, isn't it? With all the slanting angles. But what I'm not 100% happy with is it's got a back pleat, which is quite a large back pleat, and I do like that back pleat, but it sort of billows a little bit. So that back pleat, it just billows a little bit here. That's I'm not 100% happy with that. I feel like next time I could fix that. And this is my plan for fixing it. So this is Gabby here. Probably should have shown you this right at the start of the video. These are the line drawings. And so there's that back pleat. It's quite a large back pleat, and that kind of looks like it's a godet there, but it's not. It's just the way they are illustrating how the fabric falls from the pleat. On the front here, there is a godet. Well, you can use the godet, you don't have to use the godet, and I didn't. I like the A-line sort of not too billowy fit in the front there with not having the godet in it. But what I thought I would do to alleviate this, you know, and it's probably not much of a big deal to anybody, but there is some gaping there, because I feel like there should be a bit of extra room through the top of my sort of hip area at the back. I feel it's just a little too fitting through there. So what I thought I might do is put the godet that you put on the front, I might put it in the back. I might just, this is cut on the fold, but I might just open that seam and put the godet in the back there, so it gives me extra room through here. Or I suppose I could do a larger pleat in the back to give me more room, but they're just a couple of ideas that I have to, this camera is a bit wonky, a bit funny angle now, sorry. So they're just a couple of ideas I have to sort of fix what I feel is a little bit of a problem. You might look at it and think it's not a problem, and you might be right. It's like me with my first version of Gabby that I thought was a reject, and it turns out that it's actually not so bad after all. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about was the sleeves. These sleeves are lovely. Love the sleeve. The shoulder is not too wide, which I really like because I'm quite petite in my body frame, and so I often find that the shoulders are too wide for me. I don't think I shaved any off the shoulder line. I sometimes do just shave a little bit. I don't do a proper shoulder adjustment, I just shave a bit off the edge here. I don't think I did that with this pattern. While we're up here, I'll just talk about the neckline. I do really like the neckline. I like how wide it sits. It's not too low, but it's enough to give you that sort of, to break it up, because there's a lot of fabric here in that big A-line shape with the big puffy sleeves, and I just think that this neckline gives it a perfect balance to break up all that fabric in the dress. Please, 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 when you make this dress, if you make this dress, stay stitch the neckline. We know we need to stay stitch the neckline. The instructions don't tell you to do that, but we know we need to do it, so please do that. I didn't the first time round, and that was what my issue was. So yeah, love that neckline. Now the sleeves, I adore these sleeves. They're a two-piece sleeve. I've gone and really wrecked that. One moment. Now the sleeves, I absolutely adore these sleeves. They're a two-part sleeve. This is where it talks about the sleeve. There's an inner sleeve and the outer sleeve. The inner sleeve is a lot slimmer fitting than the outer sleeve, and you gather the bottom of the outer sleeve and sew it to the bottom of the inner sleeve. Now when I made my toile, I used the woven fabric that I used for the rest of the dress, but I just found that the inner sleeve was a bit too tight. I don't have particularly large arms. I mean, you can see I do have loose skin there. Why am I showing you that? I do have quite a lot of loose skin, but my upper arm is not particularly large, and still I found that with the woven fabric the inner sleeve was too tight for me, just a little bit too restrictive, in fact probably more than just a little bit. So when I made my proper version, which actually turned out to be my reject version, my first reject, I did put the inner sleeve, I made it out of a knit fabric, and that's what I did this time round as well. And it's just, I mean, there's no restriction to movement. It's just so comfortable. It just, I love it, love it, love it. So, but I would suggest that if you make this pattern and you make the inner sleeve out of a knit fabric, make that inner sleeve just a little bit smaller than the pattern piece. I didn't on my first version, and I didn't on this version, and it's fine, but where I have attached, actually I think it was up here at the sleeve head, where I've attached because up here there's the main fabric here, and then there's also the knit inner sleeve comes all the way up here too. So up here where they are connected, there is a little bit of tucking, like you gather the outer sleeve so it fits the armhole. But with the knit fabric, there is a little bit of tucking in there also, just because it's a little bit too large up here. So I probably would make the inner sleeve just a little bit smaller, probably in this area. Just take a little triangle out, I would say. But even if you don't, it will work out fine, because it worked out fine for me. But anyway, that's probably enough rambling from me. I hope you enjoyed that look at Gabby, and I hope you'll come back to have a look at my next video. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye.